Hey crypto YouTubers, this is coinpicker.us. Today we're going to cover where we're headed right now for Bitcoin and when I expect us to begin to recapture the positive territory using a couple of new indicators. Then we're going to talk about a few big picture items on how to handle markets like these and still make very good money. One of my recent trades that was in my email newsletter in a down market bounced 25 or so, 27% income just in 2 weeks. And so that's the kind of thing that is still possible. We're going to talk about a couple of these themes and how to make the most out of a downtrending market. Stay tuned, please. Welcome back. Right now, we have obviously a downtrend in cryptocurrency. It's not a surprise to any of you who've been following my videos. We know that we're in a trending to down market. It has been in around an 8,500 range. We've broken through that range, and we could go significantly farther. I talked about 6,000 as one of the lower points because that's the sustainable cost point for the miners, and there could see a surge of buying in that point, which is what happened before. We formed the double bottom. You may remember that video, and it was all the way up from there. Once we get to this point, we will have been, will be below the channel in CCI. We'll be below the channel by a fair amount on a weekly basis. And on the stochastic RSI, we've been below that channel for a very long time. This is setting up the rally that I've been talking about, up to 14, 15,000, somewhere in that neighborhood, which is, especially if we bounce down to, I would say 6,500, 6,000-ish in that area is the lower point, because that's when we begin to hit the lower end of the Bollinger Bands. But that's not, it can definitely go below as it has gone above. It can definitely go below that, but it would not be a long-term hold at that point. And what it would do is rescue a lot of the damage that has been done on a monthly basis. And let me show you that. That gets pretty ugly, so just hold on to your seat really quickly. On a monthly basis, TradingView didn't always have these charts, but if we get down in this region, we've gone into the average region, and that's rescues these monthly charts, and that would take us into a lower point here and be setting up a massive upside rally. So I know that at this point it's hard to hold on, and I'm making videos daily that say essentially sometimes the same thing, but still it's a tradable opportunity. Just as it was a tradable opportunity when I said at 6,000-ish, it's a double bottom, time to buy, that was 100% return. I think we're setting up something along those lines, although potentially even a bigger return. Yes, a bigger return, and we're only weeks away, I think, from something like that manifesting. Obviously, you have to track onto the news. We've had some really rough news, and we've had some outstanding news. Circle opening up trading, and a number of other, Binance going to a distributed or decentralized exchange with cryptocurrencies to fiat is just massively huge. The next thing that could happen to Binance, though, is the U.S. government tries to shut it down for access to all of us, or Binance goes ahead and goes through the Know Your Customers rules and starts kicking us out. So that's something we have to look at. But now, let's talk about some big picture themes, because that's the best format to use for trading. I mean, indicators are the last thing I check. I'm going on big picture themes, and the current trading themes I'm working off of, and have been for a while now in the down market. Since we've been, since we crested around the January timeframe, I've been using these types of things. One, we want to find projects that have profit and dividends. So dividends, that's a stock market term. These aren't necessarily dividends, but they're sharing profits. That would include anything from staking coins. PivX, Embercoin is a big one. BitBay has staking. A number of projects do. Whether you're getting paid gas for NIA or that kind of thing. Then profit sharing. There are far fewer projects that have profit sharing. But in my, we'll get into that a little bit later. Then hard value or IP projects. This has been a consistent theme. Walton has been one. Of course, Walton's been taken to the woodshed now with everything else, but Walton's going to rise again at some point. Walton is backed by an enormous company. They have a path to profitability, and there are a couple of other ones that I'm going to highlight for my paid subscribers that will. Ooh, sorry about that. Gonna have to shut that off here. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Anyway, the point is that what we're going to have to do is find these projects with hard IP value, and also the ones that have path to profitability or a potential ROI. Because no longer is the greater fool theory or the FOMO, fear of missing out, working. We've got to have a substantiation for the investment. Now, the other one are DEX with profit sharing and distribution. This is one of the best ways to go because that is a double whammy. That would be the fact that they're in an area that's going to see more use in a distributed exchange, and that could literally return hundreds of millions of dollars of profit. Literally return that much money, if not more, because their expenses are lower. And then fee service projects. Populous is one that comes to mind. There are several other ones that it's essentially the same. One is making money off of. Now that I've killed those phones, let's get back to this. One is making money off of DEXs, they're making money off of a trading platform, and fee service projects are making money off of any other kind of smart contract, whether it's loans with Populous or factoring. I think there's another one, Sharp Capital, with prediction markets. Any number of methods to make a fee with the cryptocurrency project and return that to those who hold the token or are staking or running a node or things along those lines. These will be highly valued. And the best part about it is, even if it's not highly valued in terms of a rapid capital gain, you're getting the money back that you've invested in them, potentially at a high rate of return. I've seen 15% rate of return on staking, assuming the coin remains at the same level. Of course, my expectation is that over time the coin will rise in value as well, but assuming it maintains the same level, that's that's 5x what you can get just about anywhere in the market. 3% is typical for interest rates. So very good way to look. Now, here's one that's super exciting. Asset-backed projects. Now, Digix DAO appears to be an asset-backed project with gold, but you're really not. You're really not. You're really getting fees from the exchange of gold. There are other ones, and again, in my paid subscriber section, we'll talk about them, but these give you some idea. Let me give you one example of each, just a little bit, or a couple. Ember, PivX, BitBay, and NEM, ARC, these are staking payouts, and Ember is actually rather high. PivX, I think, is increased. BitBay, I think, is maybe up to 5%. Bridgecoin has got profit sharing, and that's in the form of staking, but it's nonetheless profit sharing. And then MakerCoin is asset-backed with Ethereum. It's also got potential profit. And then PurePlay is an example of a fee service. These are just one out of thousands of them. In my paid subscription model, we talk about that. Let me show you where that is, just for those of you who haven't seen my site. This is coinpicker.us. I'm the one who developed the site, and we've got a couple of different membership options. But basically, inside the membership option, you will get access to my long and short-term portfolio, depending on which level of membership you have. But long and short-term portfolio, some of the trades I'm making, some of the projects that I have assessed and analyzed and determined to have a higher probability of success. There are no guarantees. I don't claim to be a magician, but I have made some pretty strong calls in the past that have all been documented. And it's still a very exciting time to be in the crypto space, because the returns in the crypto space blow away the returns almost anywhere else. But these are a few projects that you would want to take a look at, because whether the market goes up or down, you start to get a return on your capital. And that is the name of the game. So this is coinpicker.us. Please like the video if you found some value in it. Subscribe to the channel, and of course sign up for my sometimes daily, occasionally a couple times a week if we're just in a trending market, free email newsletter. And then you will be offered access, if you want, to the paid subscription service, where you get details on my trades, as well as the portfolio that I have chosen for long term, which has done substantially better than the market. So I will talk to you soon. Thank you.